I'm Min, and today we're making Rice Krispies treats. So, for today's recipe, you're going to need about a 10-ounce bag of marshmallows, about 3 tablespoons of butter, I'm using 4 because I like butter, and 6 cups of Rice Krispies. And, of course, make sure to test it out. So, I didn't have measuring cups at home, but I had a 16-ounce cup of Starbucks, and since 1 cup is equal to about 8 ounces, I just used 3 of those. And you're going to need a wooden spoon. You're also going to need an apron in case things get too messy, but because I don't have one in my house, we're just going to use a big t-shirt that you tie around your waist. I know it's kind of unprofessional, but you gotta make do with what you have. So now let's move on to the next step, which is washing our hands. So this next step is pretty self-explanatory. You get soap on your hands, turn on the faucet, and then rinse. I don't think I need to say anymore. To start your recipe, you're going to want to melt your butter in a small pot over low heat. Feel free to stir it around to get it nice and melted. Once the butter is all melted, you can start with the next step, which is adding the marshmallows. Make sure to stir around your mixture so that each marshmallow is coated in butter. Just make sure to keep stirring, and they'll get nice and melty, just like that. Almost there. Perfect. Now that the marshmallows have turned liquid, it's time to add them into the Rice Krispies that you have set aside. Just pour about half of your marshmallow mixture into the Rice Krispies. Begin stirring, and try not to spill, like I did. After coating some of the cereal with marshmallow, you can add the rest of the mixture in with the bowl. And then continue to mix until all the marshmallow is evenly spread with the cereal. And if there's still any marshmallow left in the pot, make sure you scrape it out. We don't waste any food in this household. Fun fact, did you know the world's largest Rice Krispies treat was made with 818 pounds of Rice Krispies, 1,466 pounds of marshmallows, and 217 pounds of butter? That's wild. With your mixture complete, it's time to pat it down. Wet your hands with a little bit of water to prevent stickiness, and just press down gently, as to not pack it down too much. Fun fact number 2. Did you know Rice Krispies mascots Snap, Crackle, and Pop are called different things in different countries? In Sweden, they're called Piff, Paff, and Puff. Now, it's time to wrap it up. I'm using 2 sheets of plastic wrap to make sure it's airtight. Place it in the fridge to cool and come back the next day to cut it. The Rice Krispies were putting up quite the fight, but luckily, my dad and I were able to pry it loose. Once it was freed from the bowl, I laid it upside down on my plate. I then proceeded to divide it into 2 equal halves, making it easier to cut. I also make sure to keep a water glass nearby so that my knife or hands don't get too sticky. Fun fact 3. Rice Krispies treats were invented in 1939 by Melita Jensen and Mildred Day. I can't imagine a world without Rice Krispies. Once you have your Rice Krispies treats cut, you can start individually wrapping them with saran wrap. Nice. Feel free to take a treat yourself. You deserve it. Now that's good. But don't just take my opinion on it. Here's my sister. Yes, that's delicious. See? I told you so.